What's going on, America? This is your boy, Prime Time, and I'm bringing it back to you raw one more again. Now, the last time, you guys heard from me, I was basically doing a live feed, and I was telling you guys about cluster truck. Yeah, you probably never heard of it, but like I always tell people, go ahead and Google it. Okay, look it up. Okay, it's not in every single city, so everybody can't take advantage of it. And one of the best things about it, because when it comes to this gig economy thing, I honestly think that a lot of Uber drivers and Lyft drivers have been poisoned with the negative stuff that happens with passengers and with these companies, where something like cluster truck come out. It's a really far-fetched ideal, and people start to hate on it. They don't understand it. They don't want to, and they losing out because. Let me explain to you, okay? What makes this better than Uber Eats? Like, I would never even do an Uber Eats run at all, especially knowing that cluster truck is in my city. Now, with cluster truck, you do not have to get out the car, ever. Like, cluster truck has their own restaurant. You pull up to the restaurant, the employees come out with the bag order, you put it in your car, and boom, you're gone. You never get out the car. You roll up, you basically let them know, it's basically through the apps like Uber and Lyft, and you basically call them, you hit the button that you arrived and all this good stuff like that. They come out to the curb and you hand them the bag and you keep it pushing. And guess what? The farthest you will drive is a 3-mile radius. That's within downtown Cleveland. You never go out of that area, so you never find yourself into bad neighborhoods. You never find yourself getting out your car, you know what I'm saying, having to go into restaurants and none of that jazz. And the best thing about it, they also give you free food. Okay, and it's a bathroom, because you can go in the bathroom in the restaurant and use the bathroom. So there's always somewhere to do that kind of stuff too. So now, I know you guys don't want to, you guys don't really care about all that. You guys want to know, how much money can you make? What's going on? Well, let me explain something before I get into the money thing. Like I said, a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers have been poisoned with all the different nonsense that happens with passengers and these companies, and then with the rates or whatever, of course, where you're not making that much money, and you're killing your car, you're killing your back, and these customers are killing you with all that BS, right? Check this out for a second. You don't have to worry about customers. You just simply drop it. Your interaction with them is so quick and so brief that I don't think it's nothing that could possibly go wrong right there. If they mad at you or whatever because you're a little late on the order, that's one thing. But, in a case like that, you can give it to another delivery driver to deliver it. No big deal, right? But it's very brief. You don't have them get in your car, throwing up, kicking your seats, none of that. You don't have no minors hopping in the back of your seat, nothing. You don't got to worry about that at all. Now, on average, let's say, for example, you go 0.9 miles, that's a $3 ride for Uber, right? And Lyft. Well, if you go 0.9 miles on with cluster truck, that could be the least you're going to make is $4.50, no matter how far you go, right? And you got to remember, you're not going far anyway. A 3-mile trip with Uber and Lyft is still $3, okay? You don't make any money within that bracket. So you really got to understand, like, how fast you can make money with cluster truck. Because when they're busy, and they're busy Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays are slow days. So just so everybody understand, this is not like Uber and Lyft where the Friday or Saturdays is their biggest day. It's not. It's not a big day at all. It's actually a slow day where you can still make, on a Saturday, you can still make $120, but it's going to be, you got to be able to outlast everybody else. That's the hook. With Uber and Lyft around the corner, people always just drive away. Like, I'm sitting there waiting at the restaurant, waiting for orders. I'm watching TV. I'm watching whatever. I'm playing games. I'm waiting on an order. I don't care if it's surging on Uber and Lyft. I don't care, because if it's surging, I know one thing. Most people take surge rides. They're going nowhere. You end up making hardly no money, and you killed your car just a little bit more. And it seems like you gotta put up with BS the entire ride with these people. You know, sometimes they're good people, sometimes they're not. Either way, you ain't got to do that with a cluster truck. Okay, now listen. Before I get all into a tangent about cluster truck and kind of mixing the two with Uber and Lyft, let me just give you a rundown. Okay, this wasn't even my first day. Okay, well, this is my second day. The first day, I made $144. Okay, now I know you guys probably can't see this, but let me see. I'm gonna try to make it easy for you guys. As you can see, I made $161. That was my second day of doing cluster truck, if you can see that, and that was 32 jobs. And as you can see, the way it works is that the base fare is $2, and then in this particular ride, I did not get a tip, so the floor, they automatically give you a tip. If you don't get a tip, they automatically give you a tip. That makes it $4.50. Okay, so on this one, I got, the base was $2, then I got $1 tip, and then the floor gave me $1.50. So you automatically gonna get a tip with this. Unlike Uber Eats, where you almost never find a tip in there, right? Now, I want to try to go, cause like all these rides are going to be like actually this day, every last one of these was, the most I made on one ride was $6, but well, actually $7, but they were coming back to back to back. Like on this one here, $2 base, $5 tip. You make 100% of your tips. Let's see. And then this day here, if you can see that, I made 165. Okay, so just to kind of give you a, okay, and then that was a Saturday where I made 120. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. $120. It started on Wednesday. I made 144 on Wednesday. I made 161 on Thursday. I made 165 on Friday. Then I made 120 on Saturday. And I don't even remember. I think I did work that Sunday. Sunday I did $56. So a big modest day. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Saturdays are a little slower. You just gotta, if you can hang in there, see, you gotta work a little bit longer on Saturdays to get it. But like Monday through Friday, all you gotta do is work 8 hours, and you can make over $150 on cluster truck. Okay, no surge, none of that. You know what I mean? You just sitting there waiting. You're gonna burn less gas. You're gonna put less miles on your vehicle. It's gonna be less stress on you mentally and physically, because you're not really driving and doing all that extra ripping and running. That's one of the best things I like about cluster truck. Now, it was funny. We had this guy that was there. It was funny because we was really busy. We were getting back-to-back orders, and this guy was like, "I wish it was busier." Then I'm looking like, what? My one friend, he just made $50 on one delivery trip. $50. I got a $48 trip. They have big orders. And anytime you get a big order with cluster truck, you can pretty much bet you're about to get a fat tip. Okay, $19 tips, $20 tips, stuff like that. It be happening. Now with Uber Eats, nah. You be lucky if you get a $2 tip with them. It's just that simple. I mean, with cluster truck, you're actually going to make money. Now, the bad thing about cluster truck right now is that I'm talking to people that may be like, well, what about me? I don't have cluster truck in my town. I know. I'm just giving you a heads up about it, so when it does hit the city, you know about it, because you know what I'm saying. You want to jump on it. Okay, you want to be one of the first ones to hit the ground running with this, because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people, you know, they so stuck into the mindset of Uber and Lyft and blah blah blah, and people, you know, you got all these different people talking about well, you can't really work full time at doing Uber and Lyft. Well, let me tell you, You can, but you need to know, you got to understand how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like my girlfriend, I actually called a Lyft for her yesterday, and the Lyft driver actually did not even know where the airport queuing staging area was located at. And she was waiting at the airport for an hour or 2 hours and never got a ride from the airport. Like that's the most basic thing that a Lyft driver or Uber driver needs to know. Where is the airport staging area located at? Where do you park so you can get a ping from the airport to the airport? If you don't know that, then why are you driving? A lot of drivers, they're what I call hobbyists. They're not really out here trying to make money, because if they were, they would learn something about the game. If you don't know nothing about what you're trying to do, how do you plan to make money doing it? I mean, let me explain something to you. If I was an artist and I was trying to enter the art business, don't you think I would need to know the art business? Yes, of course, because it's not like it's a bunch of artists out there making millions of dollars. So how would you be that one that's gonna set you apart from all the other artists that's trying to make in the business? How are you gonna be that one? You have to be the one that knows the game. You can't be that one that's just drawing stuff up and don't know nothing about anything. And that's what a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers are. They don't know jack. They just think that driving is simple. All you need to do is have 4 wheels, 4 doors, and a steering wheel and a phone. You got people driving around right now with their phones on their laps. That's an automatic no-no. I don't know why you that damn cheap. Get yourself a phone holder. It's crazy. You go to Amazon, you can get them for cheap, okay? Or a good one, whatever you want to do. But don't be holding your phone. Like, it's just so many different things Uber drivers do that just irks me. And that's why they don't make money. It's that simple. And I know that's kind of off topic with the cluster truck, but let's be honest. Cluster truck is I'm making killer bank right now, and I haven't even really used Uber and Lyft this week because I've been making money off of this. I can't even find time to drive Uber and Lyft. I can't. I work 8 hours a day, and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? To make $165 on Uber, you have to be out 12 to 13, 15 hours all day. Then you won't get no sleep. I'm out there 8 hours, and I'm straight getting it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the reasons why Uber and Lyft drivers don't make money, number one, the rates are too low. I'm just gonna be real. The rates are too damn low. Then number two, they sit there and complain about everything. I honestly think if people complain so much about the rates that, let's say for example, every time you flipped your app on, Uber automatically just sent you $100. They would still complain. They would complain. They would say, they should have sent me 500. They never happy, right? They never can be happy. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to make the money. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta learn the game, know where to be. You know what I'm saying? I always hear Uber drivers say the same thing. I tell somebody, they like, I ain't making no money. I'm like, what times do you drive? Oh, I wake up at 12, and then I get out there for rush hour around like 3 or 4 or 6 or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So do you work like the events? What events? Okay, so you don't work the cabs. You don't work the cabs events, the concerts, and you don't be knowing about this type of stuff. Matter of fact, you wake up at 12, you get out there at like 6 when it's rush hour. One of the biggest downfalls to rush hour is that you only gonna be able to get a few trips. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's too much traffic. So when you facing traffic, it's like, I think to me, in my book, I have always thought this, that you're losing money if you're not making money. You know what I'm saying? You wasting so much time trying to pick people up. They not where they supposed to be, and all kind of crazy problems that you have where you're not going to make money. You don't have to worry about none of that with a cluster truck. You don't have to worry about that. You stay in one location, got the shirt on. You stay in one location, you pick up the package, you drop the package off, go back to the kitchen, and you do this repetitively all day, every day. You do that for 8 hours. You keep doing it, and next thing you know, when you look at it, because you can do 4 trips an hour, which on average, you're going to make about $5. So guess what? That's $20 an hour that you can easily make doing cluster. At worst, Monday through Friday, $18 an hour at worst. Come on now. You're not going to make that kind of money with Uber and Lyft constantly, consistently. Like, this is consistent. Every day I did cluster truck, and cluster truck is new to Cleveland. And I can only imagine that it's going to get better, better, and better. But right now, wow, it's been happening. And for you guys that you can't really do cluster because it's only in a few places down there. They're supposed to launch in Kansas City. So if anybody's from Kansas City, I'm letting you know, get yourself logged into cluster truck, because you definitely want to, you know what I'm saying? You definitely want to get down with the cluster, okay? Because that's gonna change the game for you. Now you could do Uber full time, Lyft full time. You just gotta work a bunch of hours. You know, that's just the reality of it, right? With cluster truck, you can work 40 hours a week like a normal person do, you know, when they go to work, and you can easily make money. You can make, I made $750 my first week doing cluster, and all I did was start on Wednesday. Okay, started on Wednesday. I made about $750. Started on Wednesday. Okay, so I'm telling you right now that you can make a consistent amount of money with cluster. So guess what? If you out there and you listen to me and you like, well, I don't have cluster, guess what? At some point, maybe you will. Now, I will say this for you people that live in like busy places, like, you know, busy cities, like the big metropolis areas like Chicago, New York, and LA, stuff like that. Unfortunately, cluster truck will never come to your town. And the reason why is because it's too damn busy. Like the business model that they have just won't fit that demographic, because they like to deliver the food kind of like on a Jimmy John's pace where it's really fast. They would never be able to do that with all that traffic downtown LA and stuff like that. Like, it's just, you can't you know, you can't penetrate the line right there. You know what I'm saying? Places like Indiana, Indianapolis, Cleveland, where it's traffic, but you know, you can still get the people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like impossible. Like New York is impossible to get where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, you guys won't get this. Okay, but I will say this though: in places like Chicago, New York, and LA, Uber and Lyft is very prominent, and it is somewhat of a good business model there than it is somewhere else in a smaller area like Cleveland or Indiana, Indianapolis, or anything like that, because, you know, this is way more people, way more places, way more things to do, whatever. There's always things going on. The city never sleeps. So it's money to be made, right? It's a little bit more, so you can focus in on a little bit on Uber and Lyft a little bit more if you live in those places. But with places like where I'm at, Uber and Lyft is okay and all. You can live off of it if you know what you're doing. But you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to beat yourself up. And with that being said, I know I made this video a little bit longer than normal. Way longer than normal. But I just wanted to let you guys know about cluster truck and what was going on. I wanted to have my facts straight, because I wanted to really do it. And before I came out and talked about it, I really wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about, because when I was first talking about cluster truck, I really didn't know how it was going to work. You know, I didn't know if it was going to be, you know, if it was going to make money. I mean, when I heard the name of it, I'm thinking, who gonna know about cluster truck? It's just not gonna work. So, you know, that was one of those things, man. But it worked out though. You know what I mean? So tune in, do what you gotta do. Let me know how you feel about this video. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Hey man, Uber man, no good, man. No good. You'll never get props from me again. And I'm out.